Everything can be taken from a man but one thing: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl said this as he reflected on his time at a Nazi concentration camp. I'm in no way about to equate the momentary discomfort that you get from getting into a cold shower with the unfathomable horrors and suffering that he endured as a prisoner of Auschwitz. But hear me out. We may be human, but we often do things that are seemingly superhuman in nature. From creating a way for us to instantly communicate with one another over thousands of miles, to launching rockets into space and exploring new worlds. When I set out to take cold showers for 30 days, I wasn't looking at achieving the next great feat for mankind, I was simply looking at getting myself out of my comfort zone. I felt like I was approaching a state of extreme comfort, and while stability can be good, too much of it limits our growth. So I needed something to throw me off balance, and what better way to do that than to face something that I hate the most: the cold. For the past couple of years, I've avoided the cold like the plague and traveled to warmer climates every time it's gotten cold or hit winter months. But thanks to the travel restrictions and the big sea that we're facing right now, that really wasn't an option this time around. While I'm not immune to the daily stresses that life places on us, I live a pretty comfortable life. I eat well, I sleep well, and I go to bed each night with a roof over my head. And I wake up knowing that at the very least my basic needs will be met. At 21 years old, when I first decided to leave home, I forced myself out of my comfort zone. My parents never really placed these pressures on me, so it was up to me to put the pressure on myself. I so vividly remember waking up in my bed and thinking that I've been living such a comfortable life for the past 2 months. I just graduated college and I was lazing around the house all day and really had nothing to work towards, so I packed up all my things and 2 days later I drove across the country to start a new life. No idea and no plan of how I was going to make it work. Here I am today living a life that I never dreamt possible, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. So since then, I've made it a conscious decision to place myself in uncomfortable situations. So cold showers. In the past, I've tried starting off with hot water and easing into the cold method, but I told myself to stop being a little bitch and get into it head first this time. The first time I did this, my body immediately went into survival. For the first few moments, I'll admit it's complete hell. My breathing becomes panicked and shallow, I hop around like I'm walking on hot coals and I feel out of control. I can't really last very long like this and I have to hop out for a bit of a break. I'd wait until I caught my breath and then I would force myself back under the cold water, and I'd do this a couple times. After a few days, I began being able to focus my mind and go to a place that allowed me to remain calm, and this helped a lot with the cold. I'd learned to accept it and feel the pain. At first, there's a little jolt of electricity to your system, but after a couple minutes, it's kind of okay. After the adrenaline has run its course through my body and I've regained my composure, I realized the superpower that we all have. Your mind is able to stay calm and focused against almost any force, any challenge, or any problem. Don't get me wrong, it's still very cold every time I turn on that shower. The fear doesn't go away. The first few times you get in, you do feel out of control, but you are in control. A particular game changer for me was to face the cold with my chest forward with an open posture. A closed posture signals fear and defeat, but by purposefully facing the shower with an open posture, I was facing fear and signaling to my body that I can control this, and that I'm strong enough to face this uncomfortable feeling. I have a different energy after I have a cold shower. I feel confident and grounded, my posture is tall and my shoulders are rolled back. I've faced one challenge for the day and I've survived, so it means that I can face more throughout the day. My nervous system was wrong, and I feel the reward for facing my fear and accomplishing something for the day. This is only the beginning. Now I can do 2 minutes without getting out of the shower, and sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 cold showers in the day. One to wake me up immediately in the morning, one after a workout, and one in the afternoon to combat that afternoon slump. You can't help but feeling extremely energetic and awake after jumping into an ice cold shower. It literally feels like you've jump-started your system because you've activated your body's fight or flight response. Overall, I've had a really good experience doing this, and I think I'll be doing it for the foreseeable future, at least during the winter, because this is when I experience the most afternoon slumps and the most time that I feel tired. And I have to fight my body's natural inclination to hibernate. It happens every year around this time because it is cold and there is nothing more appealing than wanting to curl up in a blanket and not do anything for the rest of the day. But I'm really glad that I started this now so that I can combat this and this can be one of the first years of my life that I don't self-sabotage in winter. If you have any of your own experiences with cold showers or anything that you've done to put yourself out of your comfort zone, please let me know in the comments down below so that I can try it out as well and have a conversation with you guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I upload every single week, and as always, I shall see you in the next video. Cheers.